We are up on, well, nothing yet, so I'll give it a second. Do I have everything that I need? Yep, I got everything that I need for us to get the show started. We online on stream.me. We online on Facebook, both of them. We're still sending data out to Periscope and YouTube. All right, so let's get this popping off. Okay. The chat is saying we're not connected to any, but we'll see if that changes in a second. Let's go on and send out the black signal, letting people know we are up. None of my chats are up. But they say we streaming on at least 2-3 platforms. Alright, give it a couple more seconds. Actually, I could check. Let's see. First, let's go to Spreaker to make sure things are working alright. Go back. Alright. Refresh. Oh, it is Super Bowl Imani. See, I was about to do them push-ups. Like, no, you're not going to get me on that. You're not going to get me on that. All right, let's see. Okay, so now it says that we are connected on all 6 platforms. Let's check. Last but not least, we're going to check and see if we are up on YouTube. I've been signed out. All right. Let's get it popping. We can discuss anything that you want to discuss. Yesterday we had a discussion about Brother Umar and bringing him to Columbus. Today, we discuss whatever it is you desire. I got a couple of things on my mind, just in case. But if not, we'll do the quick toast. I still got to get a clothes ready because I got to go out here. One of the elders in a moment. What's this? I'm not trying to upgrade my plan because y'all. Alright. Well, YouTube is still low. Oh. 1227. Okay, so we are on all the platforms right now. Great Imani to you as well, Brother Kwame. You need to go and put up that address and that announcement for the family so that they can, so I can read it as well as they can see it themselves. Let me see if you popped up on Restream. Yep. Great Imani, make it a great day. But where is it that you want the brothers to meet? The ones that's gonna be able to make it. I'm up here streaming, but I still gotta get some clothes ready, so that we can be up there to support. What else? Is there anything else? Nope. Okay. So let's go and get started, family. First off, I want to welcome you to the congregation of the mighty, the home of the Gravites. The home of the Gravites, where we believe your hustle builds muscle. This is Giami Journey Media. There's a lot of comments. Let's see what's going on. Of course, you know this is the Heart of a Simple production, and this is the Daily Toast. We strive to blow up your old paradigm. Before we start the track, listen, man, can we give a golden shower in an alley? Wow, somebody about to get blocked. Hello, Hello, ma'am. Can I see your... Oh, my God. Look at... Lord have mercy. Let's see what's going on here. Jared and... Let me see. We got a... We have... I guess we have got a group of... fools on our tail right now, family. So, all right, here we go. And they got two different names, which means it's probably one person. That is hot. You know what I'm saying? That's incredible. All right, let's see. Here we go. Will we strive to blow up your old paradigms? Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should we say, breathe, then drink. Now, take your glass, drink some water. Grab your glass and drink some water. Twist the cap and drink your water. Just drink your water. Drink. Or should we say, live, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Now move your body and drink some water. Now move your body and drink some water. Just move your body and stretch it out, family. Drink. Or should we say, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Man, just raise your glass. Drink. Or should we say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. You know what I mean? Breathe, live, move, toast. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Break down. Drink. Drink your water. Alright, fam. Great day, great day. Alright, so it appears that some of the foolishness has followed us over from stream.me. I am going to figure out how to find out who this is and block them off the timeline. Beautiful thing, though. We getting attention. Could be good, could be bad, right? All right, so where we at? So, family, what we gonna do now? We're gonna refresh and move on. Now, here we go. So, y'all know what we here for today. So, we gotta do our toast. We gotta get ready. Kwame, you need to put up the address, or at least, text me the address so that I can go on and do what I need to do so that we can go on and meet up with the brothers. So here we go. We're going to pour us so that we can go and do our toast. And I got the coffee already ready so that we can have our discussion. So first off, family, what I want to do is I want to lift up the creator by whatever name you choose to call the creator. We lift him up and we say, Ashe. And from there, family, we move to the stars of the show. We want to salute our ancestors. So this is what we do. First off, family, lift up our glass and we say Ashe. We're going to call on our ancestors: Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert and Texana Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilly, George and William Walton, Christopher and Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pimenel, Normal X, Pat Ma Ra, Malika Fakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Western, Elder Ageni, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofo Actor Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pullian, the Luxor Brother, Ms. Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Rinderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Kevin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge, Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Weatherby, the farmer, Agoso Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theodis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bolden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sergeant Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mae Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kenty, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Derrida Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hannah Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martin Ear, Elder Amatet Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Eleanor Howe, Frank and Russell Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Delamont Aries, Jean and Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. Hold on. We call this morning at 11 a.m. We meet at Baba Fulani's church house. This is a call to our brothers here in Columbus area. Address 27 Floral Avenue, 43204. All sisters who can come. We find strength in numbers and balance. Come, family, come. Thank you, sir. And it's at 11, so I got a little bit of time. William Walter West, Nigella Parrish, Elder Basiji, Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DeFriedis Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry, Wilson Headley, Elma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooding, Penny Brown, Leroy Lee Printup Jr., William Johnson, Wilbert Longmire, Edith Cadney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina, Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nalon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaneko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Irvin, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Glebus, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie, Harriet Tubman Kate, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleaver, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Doretha Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cofer, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earlton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staton, Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Ramey, Lauren Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Baba Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Irvin, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Cofer, George Swan, Edmonia Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. We also have Joella Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, and Jonathan Ford. That's all we got for today. We lift up our ancestors and we raise our glass and we say Ashe. From their family, where do we go? We move on into the present moment, knowing that All that we have is the now. And what we want to do is we want to focus our energy in the now so that we can get the things accomplished that we need to get accomplished so that our children will have a firm foundation to stand upon. For those that don't speak the language right now, we are on Imani, right? We are in the time, we are in the moment of Imani. That's faith. For those that don't speak the language, the demonic principle of the day is harmony. The M7 is trust. The color is red. Don't have on the red shirt. Didn't feel like putting on the red shirt this morning. Gender is the Hermetic law. Male name is Kwesi. Female name is Akusua. Right? All right. So from the emotional emancipation circles and the African cultural virtue and value system. In World of Today, the word is Jom, sense of honor, self-respect, Akan ethics, goodness of human nature. And we got traditional Yoruba, Oju Ona, originality. Let me check something out real quick. That's interesting. So, all right. So, understanding that all we have is the moment, and we have to use this moment to build. We lift up our glass and we say, I say, from their family, we move to our children's children, on to infinity. We lift up our glass and we say, I say, last, I ain't gonna say last, but we salute all of our relations and we lift up our glass and we say, I say, last but not least. This ain't even last, my fault. I'm kind of thrown off. Ear bothering me. Right now is that selfish, libacious family. What do you need in order to accomplish what it is that you will? What is it that you need as a grab item? You know what I'm saying? We lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. From their family, we move on to where I toast the most marvelous, most magnificent, most intelligent, uplifting, inspiring, powerful individual in the room right now. And I'm talking to you. I lift my glass to you and we say, Ashe. Where is it at? We raise our glass and we wish you peace, power, joy in 100 years. And we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, we are doing something right. We got us some haters on the line. We want to lift up our glass to the haters. God damn it. I thank you for visiting us. They already put some crazy shit up on the line already. Listen, this mean we moving into the big time. When you either got those black fools that don't know that they black, or you got those, got my eye on you. Got my eye on you. Hey, so now, family, I am opening up the lines, right? I'm opening up the line, 614-556-4535. Let me post that up. Let me post it up and see what we could get today. Oh, my God. All right, I do have a subject, unless you have a subject that you would prefer to discuss. So we are opening up the line, 614-556-4535. Let me post that up in the Spreaker timeline as well. Y'all do know that it is Super Bowl Imani, right? I ain't trying to do those push-ups. I already owe some, though. You know, but last night, man, I had an adventure, right? I walked about 9 miles last night. You know, that's survival. You know, sometimes you gotta do some stuff. You know, I won't go all into why I walked it, but you know, it was good to know that I was able to do it, that I still could do it, through all that snow and through the cold. And you know, so I woke up, my legs is sore, and my ear is bothering me a little bit and kind of throw it off a little bit. I also had a poem that I wanted to read because one of my brothers from behind the wall sent a poem, and you know, when he shares stuff with me, I like to share it with y'all, you know, because he's one of those who have fallen, one of my comrade in arms who have fallen. I ain't talking about on no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of that. Ain't none of that crime shit. It's some real stuff going on out here. So when people be coming at me sometimes talking about, oh, you're not working hard enough, I really have a problem with that shit, because I know plenty of people that's working hard enough, and all types of new tax laws and shit that all of a sudden pops up on the book. It's taking people down, and it's crazy. And it's like, and what's crazy for me is that it's not just happening to us. But like right now, it's almost like fair play for everybody out there. You know what I'm saying? So hey, but it is what it is, right? So once again, lines are open, 614-556-4535. Let's play a little bit of music while I do some house cleaning real quick. First, let's do the commercial.
Giammi man, I was born for greatness. My greatness comes from my potent sinner. I pledge to find and connect with my sinner. I pledge to heal my spirit, mind, and body. I pledge to use my hands to build a better world for myself, my loved ones, and my community. I pledge to use my mind to think deeper, further, and higher to create a better reality for myself. I pledge to live my life and go beyond all my self-imposed limitations. I pledge to promote the principles of the Giammi warrior to assist all those seeking the path of success. I pledge all these things first to myself, to teachers, to all my relations, and to my higher power. I am Giammi. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. That is the Giammi pledge that is said by all of our true members at least once a day. Peace and welcome to our YouTube channel. Check out our videos and podcasts. Subscribe as well as join the journey. Push past your self-imposed limitations within the Giammi journey. Peace.
For those on Facebook, 614-556-4535, because I forgot I can't post into Facebook. I hope that's something that Restreamio will be working on, because it kind of messes up the whole flow where I can see the text, but I can't necessarily respond to the text. But everybody else got it. The number is 614-556-4535. Who is that on the line and what's going on? Somebody called? Who is it? Ooh, man. Oh my God. Hey, y'all got to check out what's going on my line here. Hold on. Hey, Quasi.
Yeah.
Man, can you see on my personal timeline? You see the
Yeah, that's why I called. Well, I mean, I was gonna call anyways, but I was like, damn, what the
No, that mean, dude, it's working. Look, hold on.
That was the weirdest shit I ever seen. Like, who the fuck are you insulting? Us or themselves?
Wait, look at Jared Wallaby. Hey, Jared Wallaby, private investigator. Texas State University. Yeah, right. Donnie Bone. Oh, look at Donnie Bone, White Jesus. It's so incredible. With Trump in the background. Y'all welcome to call in too. Y'all get smashed on the show. Makes no difference. Listen, I love it. We getting attention, and then on top of that, the dummies posted it up on my personal timeline. But you know what this from? This is from the white boy yesterday on Stream.me. That's from yesterday.
Stream.me is the video game shit?
That's the video game shit. So what we got is we got some gamers, right? We got some angry gamers who got their pennies up in a bunch. And I really appreciate y'all, because what you let me know What y'all let me know is that we are getting out there and reaching. Somebody else is on. Who this?
CeeLo.
What's up, CeeLo? How you doing?
CeeLo's good. I'm on my way to yoga, but I was thought I'd holler at y'all for a minute. I don't know what you're talking about, and I'm driving, so I can't see it. So tell me what's
You
going
don't
on.
want to know.
Yes, I do. I always
It's
want
like
to
you're
know.
gonna start itching. You're gonna start itching.
Well, I go.
Trigger fingers.
Yeah. It's that type. It's that type. It's like, but it's good news because we're getting the attention that we need. Because what they don't know is by them posting dumb shit up like that, they don't do nothing but attract more people to the scene. It's sort of like the conversation we had with Umar yesterday. You get a lot of by people posting up negative stuff. They don't do nothing but bring attraction to the thing that they don't want people to see. You know what I'm saying? I'm a crackhead now. I'm sitting up here like, wow, shit. I haven't heard that one in a long time. You got to, when you get a chance, CeeLo, go back and look at the images on my thing and look at these boys.
Gianni Johnny?
No, they didn't. They were stupid. They didn't attack Gianni Journey. They attacked me on my timeline, which is even stupider because more people gonna see it.
Am I even your friend? I don't even know if I'm your friend. I'm Gianni Johnny, but I don't think.
See, the truth comes out. The truth comes out. She's not my friend. So we got a Donnie Bone. We got a Donnie Bone.
You know I'm your friend.
I know.
I'm your friend to the end, Chucky.
We got a Donnie Bone and we got a Jared Wallaby, which ain't even their real names. If somebody was to go back and check their timelines, that's not even theirs. This is games.
They've been in existence for like 6 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
This is games that people play. And I could dig it. You know, and actually I might even be surprised if they're not even bots. You know what I'm saying? They're not even bots.
Oh, yeah.
If they're not what?
Not even people.
Bots.
They're bots.
Not
They're
even
not
people.
Oh, bots.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
even,
because that was just a weird ass thing to say. Like, what? I'm a
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
can we give you a golden shower in an alley? Hello, ma'am, can I see
No, I
your
thought
boat?
he asked for a golden shower. Not can he give you one? He said, "Can you give me one?" He asking you give him one.
Oh, is that what it is? Well, hey.
Yeah, that was like, wait a minute.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm your friend. I see you now.
See, no, don't be driving looking at
this.
this madness now. This is just madness. Straight madness.
Yeah, that's
So
embarrassing.
Not for us. It ain't embarrassing for us, dog. Not at all. Not at all. Because, see, what's going to happen is that watch when people start seeing that. Just give me a sec. You know what I'm saying? Actually, if you want to share it, go on and share it. Please share it. So people know. See, because you don't bother with people that ain't doing nothing. This is great. I'm celebrating. I'm about to drink me some culturally appropriate coffee.
Some culturally appropriate coffee.
Some culturally appropriate coffee. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm rubbing somebody wrong. Boy, I hope you sitting. I hope y'all sitting in y'all basement right now. I'm playing those video games, fantasizing about those anime women because you'll never get any real ones, right? Thank the Lord for some of you gamers. Man. So, but now one of the things that we can talk about is this whole, because in the news they had this thing from Joy Reid, Yvette Carnell. Now, what blew my mind was that I didn't read the whole thing. I didn't know it was Yvette Carnell. Not that I wouldn't have posted. I thought it was Carnell. You know what I'm saying? But Joy Reid attempts to discredit hashtag American DOS, descendants of slave movement, by calling it the work of bots. And the American DOS movement was smeared by Joanne Reid. Are y'all familiar with the DOS piece?
No.
All right. So basically, for the last 2 years, a young lady by the name of Yvette Carnell, I done posted her up on my timeline a couple of times, and a brother by the name of Antonio Moore have been using the term DOS, which stands for descendant of slave, because what they're talking about, one of the major points that they're talking about is that in a political discussion, the question of reparations have to be somewhere in there. So one of the things that they figured out that needed to be done was a way to distinguish those that are actually suffered because of the oppression of slavery, Jim Crow, redlining, and we have been here for generations, and to separate us from those who have not. Because almost anybody could come in and be like, I'm African American. I'm from Africa. I'm American now. So, and the issue that was popping up for them was that you had people coming in, eating the fruit from the tree that was fertilized by the bodies of our ancestors. And everybody is like everybody. We all the same now. We all, but some of us have been over here for generations. So you have people using black people for political clout. You have people using it for social clout. But then when it's time to roll with us and roll for us, they're not able to do that. So they came up with the term. DOS, descendants of slaves, and been rocking it. So now all of a sudden on the news, on Joy Reid on her show, with this whole Kamala Harris thing, they have attributed everything that's been going on with the DOS piece to bots. They're saying like bots is making it happen. And it's almost like all the work that these people have been doing is not even being recognized, because it's crazy the momentum that they have gotten in the last year and a half with this whole piece. And therefore, because the whole piece with Kamala Harris, are y'all familiar with the issue with Kamala Harris when it comes to DOS?
No, I don't know her affiliation with them. What's the?
Well, I'm gonna say us. I'm gonna say me. All right. The issue is that Kamala Harris is one of those that's riding on the coattails of descendants of slaves, of black people.
Oh,
oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah. That's the whole piece. Right, that's one of the whole pieces. So you got. Go ahead.
Yeah, but what is she? She's Native. Is it supposed to be Native American? And what else is she supposed to be?
She's Indian and Jamaican, and we automatically connect Jamaican to black, but we got to remember there's Indians in Jamaica too. So, because Jamaica is mixed up like this here. So we have to be very clear on that. And it's like, boom. So all of a sudden what you get these politicians that's able to plug in because they had a complexion, but they don't have the lineage connection. You understand what I'm saying? And they use that.
Oh, definitely.
They use that to catapult themselves somewhere where they don't need to be. You know what I'm saying? Not for us. Because Yvette Cornell has been having shows exposing her record, and then you got Professor Black Truth, and you got Jason Black. They going hard on Kamala right now, and so right now what they're looking at is all these hashtags that are connected to these different podcasters and different YouTube view people. The hashtags that they are creating, they're looking at them now and being like, oh, they're all bots. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, it's not real people out here that's saying, hey, she don't represent us. She has never represented us. You You know what I'm saying? So now what they're doing is they have to marginalize this whole group that call themselves DOS, and me being one of them. You know what I'm saying? Because the major piece for us in the coming elections and dealing with politicians and dealing with certain institutions is, what are their stance on reparations? You know what I'm saying? What are your stance on reparations? Because if we don't start including ourselves in a discussion, we'll be left to the side. Because right now, gay rights are on, gay people getting their stuff. Latinos and Hispanics getting their stuff. Asians getting their stuff. And the only ones that's not getting anything and really has never really been able to benefit from nothing is us. So we got somebody from Bakersfield, California.
Hi, this is Kim from Burkina Faso.
Kim, was that you that shared this with me?
What?
The thing from Yvette Carnell.
Maybe, because I know I watch her too.
So I was just explaining, because CeeLo hasn't heard of the whole DLS thing. Do you have something you want to add into it, or you just was calling in because you seen us up? Hello? Uh-oh. She might be on a bad line. But, that's one of the pieces that we could really discuss right there. But, Quasi, what's going on? You all right, Quasi? What's going on?
Yeah, I was running around. I broke my MacBook charger. It stopped working, and a friend of mine just sent me a link for somebody that's selling one on Facebook Market. So I'm on my way to go meet him, so I was getting ready.
What is it?
Charger to my Mac.
Oh, okay. All right. But, Kim, I was opening it up for you. You had something you want to share about that whole issue.
Yeah, hi, Tim.
Yes, ma'am.
This is Kim. I'm back in. Sorry, my Wi-Fi goes in and out. But you know what? I've been up, watching Yvette for a few years. And something that I noticed before that program with Joy Reid came out, I was shocked. TYT, the Young Turks, actually was talking about Kamala Harris's and her record when she was an attorney general in San Francisco. They talked about her threatening to arrest parents, primarily low-income black parents, for truancy with their children. And other dominant culture progressives started putting that out. And it's my theory that that's what prompted the DNC, because I honestly believe it's just the Democratic Party behind all this, to do this, to try to diminish the impact, because the dominant culture, and Antonio Moore is always talking about other people are using this information. Once it leaves our niche community, because we have to admit, people watch Antonio Moore, Yvette Carnell, we are a niche. Tariq Nasheed, Ira Mead, Friend Prom, we are a niche. Once it leaves this niche and get out, because all those YouTubers, TYT, all those people, they watch.
Oh, yeah. That's what you're supposed to do.
Sometimes I watch them, and I can tell where they got their information.
Right.
They do. And so I said, they watch that, and they said, once this gets out to the dominant, then they got to figure out a new game. So what they did, I honestly believe it was very insidious, and it is not something to take lightly. And I'm so glad that Yvette and Antonio are not taking it lightly. With him being an attorney, he understands not to take this lightly.
Right. I mean, because like you said, once again, it'll fall into the lane of another watered down legislation or idea that was sparked by us or through us, and once again, by the time it hits the public, it has been totally sanitized. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they're trying to. They're trying to neutralize the whole message. Because now you got people in politics talking about the wealth gap. You even got I think it's Marianne Williams talking about reparations. See, and a lot of people don't even understand that in this coming election, this whole reparations argument is going to be a linchpin. It's not going to be a side conversation. It's not going to be, well, we'll talk about it when I get no. It's going to be up front, and a lot of people have to be ready for that. We have to be ready for it because there's going to be a lot of angry people. There's going to be a lot of mad people. There's going to be a lot of people coming saying shit like Obama.
I'm fuckery on the whole shit, though. I'm calling fuckery.
Go ahead.
I'm putting my theory out there right now. The day reparations gets approved, the next day, the dollar will fail.
Oh, that's beautiful. Listen, I mean, Kwesi, the dollar has been failing since you became a man, and you gonna be 36 next week. That's 18. The dollar has been failing. You know, dude, I don't care if the dollar fails when they get it. This is the point for me. When the national discussion is focused on reparations, give a fuck what happens to the dollar, brother. I mean, understand.
Because, okay, so this is what the conversation around reparations does. It brings back to the forefront, okay, these people have been done wrong.
Right.
These people have been done wrong. And in fact, they've been done wrong. So in order for them to have been done wrong in a national sense, they are unique. They're different people.
Right.
Aside from the rest of America.
Right.
Oh, yeah, so that reminds me. Where with these motherfuckers? Bang.
Where who?
So be careful what you ask for. Bang, 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 bang. Where with these motherfuckers? That's right. Let's shoot them.
The who?
Be careful what you ask for. The war is going to begin again.
The war?
In the street combat. Yes.
But Kwesi.
Why the fuck would they give us anything?
Kwesi, I have a question for you, Kwesi. When did the war stop? I mean, right now.
Stop. It's been a cold war.
Exactly.
So on that day, it'll be a hot war.
So Kwesi, I'm just saying, dog. Now, so what? We supposed to back off because of some heat?
Nah, we supposed to circle the wagon.
Okay, we circle the wagons. This is what I'm talking to people about, because I don't see and one piece that you leaving out that you might not even recognize, that there are allies, true allies out there as well that'll be with that, because what that's going to do, that's going to allow us to really see what's going on. I agree. If it blows up, it blows up. But I want to be able to see who my friends and who my enemies for real. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because, dude, listen.
Okay, no, yeah, with that, I agree.
Now, and reparations is not, and this is the piece that everybody got to get out their mind. Reparations is not about what they're going to give us. It's about what we going to demand and what we going to take. You got to understand that. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, dude, they've been giving reparations to other people. You know what I'm saying?
They're giving reparations to everybody but us.
Exactly. And that
every non-black, they give that reparations to non-black. The Jewish,
right.
Japanese, they got it. And people of African descent got reparations.
So I guess, is that cool, Kwesi? I mean, it's okay for us to just go.
No, I mean, I'm agreeing with you on reestablish the true battle line.
Yeah,
I'm all for that. I'm tired of this weird ass.
This whole weird ass Cold War we going through. You know, I got motherfuckers on my timeline. I mean, they comfortable enough to come to my house. See, it's different. You come to Giame. These motherfuckers came to my house. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna blame your generation, because y'all motherfuckers done lighten up on them where motherfuckers feel bold enough to do that. That's your generation, not mine. I'm telling you right now, that's your shit.
Oh, yeah.
Those your troops, and y'all done let motherfuckers come to the line where they feel comfortable doing shit. Y'all wasn't laying it down. Y'all was laying it down with each other. Y'all wasn't laying it down with them. So
I think my generation went a step farther, but I think my dad's generation, like, you kind of fall in the middle between my generation and my dad's generation. It's a little,
How old is your dad?
My dad is 50. I think he's 57.
57. Your dad is a little bit older than me, but when we went to the universities and shit, we laid it down. We established the lines. It was
But only a few people did that though, man. That reminded me of that Boondocks episode. That was like 5% of the people. It's that. Like 2% of the fucking people did that shit.
How many?
Like 2% of the people is active now.
Okay, I got a question for you, Quasi.
That's all you need.
Exactly,
You
Quasi.
would never get everybody.
Right. Quasi.
That's all you need because the majority, they just gonna go along.
I got a question for you.
Go along with that 2%.
I got a question. What percentage of the military is what percentage of the people is the military of any country?
I don't know, probably 1%ish.
Okay.
Or less.
So if we had 5%, we was doing it, and a lot of people that was doing it wasn't even down. They wasn't down. They wasn't down.
I mean, you don't kind of went in a different direction because you were saying my generation kind of dropped the ball, and I'm like, well, I think it's been a pretty consistent amount of people.
I'm just bullying on my little brothers. That's it. It's always the
for sure.
It's always the younger brother's fault.
The reason I responded like that is because like within my family and within my elders, they don't even know what fucking tribe they on. Like them motherfuckers would probably smoke my ass. Or you see what I'm saying?
At first, that's why.
Vice versa. It's fucked up.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? Like my family is my enemy. They think they are at least.
Right now.
But when that shit come back, they will realize who the fuck
they're gonna be looking for you. See, this is the piece. In a minute, a lot of us that have been talking, the conversations that we've been having in private are going to be made real. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to be in a town hall meeting, and somebody going to be like, after you know, in a church, and the pastor let the politician come in, and somebody going to get up in the meeting and be like, that's a regular meeting, not Quasi just popping up in church every now and then. It's going to be a regular member of the congregation that be like, excuse me, sir, I want to know what your stance is on reparations. See, we need a litmus test so that we can start holding people responsible and seeing where they are as far as us, because what we have to understand is that we are a different people. We are a non-immigrant class. Now, we did not immigrate here. When they start talking that we all are immigrant shit, nah, homie, cut that shit off. With we got Native Americans, we got us. The rest of you motherfuckers chose to come to this motherfucker. We didn't. Right? We are special. I don't have people in my family that suggested for them to consider that we was POWs, and he said, you ain't gonna fucking believe his response. He said, why don't you leave then? Oh, because, and the proper response is because this is my country. When it comes to actual Americans, you have Native Americans, and you have us, and everybody else is immigrants. As a matter of fact, we are the realest Americans because it was our blood that made this country what it is. We were the sacrifice to the universe for this motherfucker to be in existence. So regardless of what people say, you need to look at them and be like, why don't you leave? You know what I'm saying? Because the whole piece is, you know, this. No, that was my cousin. That was my family that said that shit. Dude, it's been my family. I got people that I care about dearly that are dark-skinned white people. They don't understand. They can't see it because they have fallen for the illusion. The cloak has been pulled over their eyes. But what this report that me and the sisters talking about, what this report says is that the argument is coming out now. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're trying to say, oh, it's bots. And they get people to look like us and be like, it's bots. And then I was listening to another dude where they said, you know, Kamala Harris, because I want y'all to think about this. Kamala Harris is the blackest candidate that we done seen in a long time. Wait. What? I swear to God, this was on Roland Martin's show. I'll find that shit and I'm going to post it up. Kamala.
Oh God, I can't stop me. Are you good? I can't watch Roland Mars.
Oh. I mean, we got.
Angry.
You watch TYT. I mean, I watch them sometime too. But the piece is, we, as Gianni, we can't just close ourselves off. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. No, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the challenge I have about.
No, you don't have to do it. I do it. I like watching Martin. I like Martin. I like Roland Martin.
He just pisses me off. I mean, because
exactly.
I'm from Chicago. Came to Chicago, call himself, being a journalist there, and so I just can't stomach him. I think he needs to go away and stay away.
Hold on, let me make this announcement. We have an art exhibit and vegan lunch at Zawadi Books today at noon. We also, those brothers out there, I'm already posted up. Brother Kwame posted up. Going out to support Elder Falani at his church at 11. So it's going to be a busy drive for me. But yeah, now back to the conversation, because family, it's very important that we start having this conversation, and what this is going to actually give us is, for the first time in a long time, it's going to give us the lines. Like I said, now we know who's in the wagon train. Right now we don't know who in the wagon train. And then on top of that, because what I want to do is, as far as Gianni, I want to start doing a DOS registry. Family, because listen, I want all those individuals that say that they Native Americans. I want all those people that are Israelites or whatever. I want you and all those that got the Indian in the blood and they're not black. All those Dominicans that's not black. All those Puerto Rican. No, actually, they need to get out anyway. But I just want us to find us. You know what I'm saying? And have a list.
You know what?
Go ahead.
You know what? I'm going to say that I understand who I am, but it's unfortunate that you work with young people too. A lot of these young people, black kids in America, black descended of slaves, don't even want to mark black on a form. They don't want to mark African American on a form. They rather watch. They'll say, "Oh, I'm mixed with this, so I'm going to put biracial."
See, but what I'm trying to do is be clear, because one, you're gonna have the first wave of individuals like, I'm proud of who I am. I love it.
Yeah.
Right? But then what I want to avoid, or at least teach a lesson on, is those individuals that's gonna be rushing the gates after they find out that reparations is a real issue to be discussed. Because you're gonna get those. Like a lot of people that Kwesi said he was arguing with his family, all of a sudden when he go over their house, they might have an afro, you know what I'm saying, be like, bring no pork this Thanksgiving. You know, black power.
Mm-hmm.
See, Kwesi, I've been telling you for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
What niggas don't be understanding, and the shit is all military. Everything is military from the perspective of the powers. Everything is military. As a civilian, these motherfuckers only have the capacity to think as a civilian, but the military understands the military agenda, and they have think tanks that foresee how civilians will think and react.
Oh yeah.
So just to give you a logical play out how this is exactly what's going to happen. They're going to do the reparations piece. Niggas is going to start to realize, oh, reparations is a thing. Well, I used to say fuck them niggas, but now I don't want to be one of them niggas because them niggas is getting money. So let me be one of them niggas. So now all the niggas that want to be niggas is going to be standing in one big ass group, and then they can be like, oh no, fuck we're not giving y'all reparations. As a matter of fact, bang. So now they're going to be like,
Kwesi?
You see what I'm saying?
Kwesi, stop.
You know what?
Kwesi, go ahead.
I get what you're saying, but honestly, Kwesi, my theory is we won't see reparations in our lifetime. My theory is we're going to get another New Deal. And they've already hinted to it. The Medicaid for all, the free college, all these people saying that they're going to say, well,
universal income.
This, you get that, and what's wrong with other people getting too? The same old thing they've been doing for us. And I think even though
that's what we're going to fight.
Pushing, even though we're developing political capital, we still don't have the capital we need to really have them put a deal on the table for reparations. I think at this point in time, what's going to happen is a so-called New Deal. That's my theory.
And we need to be and raised and fighting about that shit. Now, Quasi, another piece that you got to count with their military piece, they also have to account for the amount of us in there. And then on top of that, you have to also take into account, right, how many allies and how many white folks are starting to wake up in there too and be like, this is some bullshit. I'm just saying. See, because it's like, Quasi, the piece that we should be concerned about is, once again, circling the wagons. Second, we need to really be looking out for this New Deal thing, because what they usually get us with is because of the compassion we have. Well, everybody needs it. Everybody needs a universal income, and we're going to start everything over, and we're going to give this New Deal where everybody, no, fuck that. You need to bring us in balance first, because if everybody gets something, nobody gets something. That is the strategy right there. If everybody get it, nobody get it. Now,
that's true, and we
I think y'all are the long haul. Point. Y'all are missing the most essential element.
What,
of my
dying?
Point. And the moment of the handout is the moment of greatest peril, no matter how you slice it. Just be aware of that. Just be aware of
the moment I agree. You're right.
Like, it seems like y'all trying to dismiss that. Like, it sounds like y'all being hopeful. Y'all praying to white Jesus to please, Lord white Jesus, please help me, give me this. Y'all do realize y'all talking to the same motherfucker that put us here.
Hey.
You think it's almost like y'all saying that y'all expecting this person to have a change of heart.
Quasi, listen, I'm not.
But they know it's going to be violent. That's why they're going to push a new deal, because they want to avoid violence. Violence is going to come if we ever get reparations. Blood will shed if we ever get reparations.
But
that's how blood was shed when they freed us. Blood will be shed when we get reparations, because when they freed us, that was a financial deal.
I know how to avoid the blood. Y'all, I mean, I don't see why y'all can't see how to avoid the blood.
Your assets. Blood was shed.
I'm telling y'all right now. Blood will be shed. I'm telling y'all right now, blood can be avoided. I mean, you need to be prepared for it, because Quasi, I mean, you taking into account, death is my girlfriend, so I'm not really concerned about that shit. But the point that I'm bringing up is, first off, Quasi, is one of the laws in the 48 laws of power that speaks about this. And one of the things that I said years ago in talking about reparations, one of the arguments that I do not hear is, how do you get an individual to understand the benefit of them helping you rather than them paying back a debt? Because I'm
always appeal to one's self-interest, never to their sense of pity.
Now, if you just mainly appeal to the moral and the self-pity piece, it's going to be blood. Motherfuckers got to be convinced that this is the best thing for America. Period. And I think that shit could be done. And then if not, then let the blood pour, I guess. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
They're going to do baby bonds. They're going to do college for all. Do you know how far they have to go before they give us reparations? You got the whole Europe that has free health care, free college. They're going to give us that before we get reparations. They got a lot of forms that they can give us before reparations. So we need to be prepared. This game
is a long game.
This is a long
It's fight. A long-term game. I'm with you. But my piece is, I'm not going for any of that shit. And I don't think any of us should go for any of that shit. You know what I'm saying? As far as that, because we need to be louder about it. But that's the battlefield that we're gonna be on. But I think there's a possibility of ways around that. And like I said, maybe not in our lifetime, but we're gonna have to start. But what I'm loving is that the conversation is on the floor, and now they're calling people that's using the hashtag. And I forgot to put the hashtag on my shit this morning. Bots. They don't exist. They're using media magic. That's beautiful.
That's scary.
No.
That they would do that.
No, it's beautiful.
They're not afraid to do that.
But it's beautiful because what it says is that we're not alone. It's so many, that's not even listening, because we got to realize it's so many people that the word that they develop has spread beyond them. It's viral now. You know what I'm saying? On that timeline, did you see the dude that it's something about a governor who was caught in blackface, and they're talking about his lieutenant governor, a descendant of slave. This is in the fucking title of a descendant of slave who took his grandfather's manumission papers, which I'm kind of suspicious about. He took his whoever manumission papers to the swearing-in ceremony with him. They used the descendant of slave to describe who this man is. This is how he described himself. So the piece is that the language is viral now. And what that's going to do is going to start forcing people to really start looking at, rather than ignoring, who and what we come from. Which means that we're going to get a new take on history. It's going to be individuals that are going to start going to college within the next 5 years that are not going to go and look at ancient African history. They are going to actually look into the American slave trade. Because they're going to want to know about who and what we are. There is going to be a whole field where people are going to be able to identify how far back our people went in this country, as far as the DOS piece. I mean, and because this is what I'm saying. It's like right now it's in the conversation, because when they're trying to blank it out and trying to use the media magic to blank it out, but it's not happening. Beautiful. I'm so glad. Thank you. I'm so glad. Thank you for doing that. It's just like when I got the racist individuals on my timeline. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, oh yeah. That means we're doing something now. That means we got
they coming after a lot of people. They've been coming after Irony because he really challenges white people, and he don't skirt around it. He says white people, white families, white women, and they come after him, and they're coming after him hard. So yes, they are coming after people, and we have to stand firm, and we have to continue to do what we're doing and don't change. And
we can't. I mean, what else can I mean, what else can I do? I got people depending on the Daily Toast. I depend on the Daily Toast. Keeps me sane. Right? I got other people depending on the Daily Toast going out. So what else can I do? This is something I pledge to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, boom, because the secret is making this a part of your life. I'm not pretending to be black. I'm black. I'm a descendant of a slave. I understand. My grandmother told me years ago that my grandma on my father's side told me about her grandmother and how she was directly from the continent. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, and I'm hearing the stories. I don't know whether it's a yeah, it was a grandmother. But the whole piece is, and then I know because of where my people come from and how all the generations coming from South Carolina. You understand what? I think it's Barnesville. You know what I'm saying? Being able to follow that history, I know that I have deep roots in this country. And if a motherfucker you're gonna have to, as the dude Charlton Heston said, you're gonna have to pry this country out my cold dead hands.
Because it's the only country you have.
This
we
it.
were taken from Africa. We weren't taken from countries. Okay? The countries weren't established then. The United States of America is our only country.
And even if let's say they did. Let's say they took me from Mali. Took my people. Let's say those.
But it wasn't Mali at that time.
Right. But what I'm saying
Mali didn't exist.
Even if they did have countries, you know what I'm saying? Even if they did have countries, it wouldn't matter because I'm here. This is what people don't understand. I have ancestors that have died here. Most of the people that I'm toasting on here, I only know of one that has been in Africa, that's dear in Africa. Everybody else that's on this list, their bones lie up under these grounds. I go back over 5 generations of my people that I'm able to know of. 5 generations are here. There's very few other people that could talk about at least 5 generations. That's
true. They can't. If you talk to people, the only people who maybe can will be white Southerners.
And they can't, and they probably go back as far as I can. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even, and that's without even deep. That's not even with plugging into this FBI system of the testing for DNA. I'm not on that shit. But I've been able to.
I'm not on it either.
Because
I was offered to do it for free for me, and I was like, no, I don't need it. Mm-hmm. I know who I am.
Right. So
I don't need it.
I was when I was young. I had me just like this, but it was smaller. I had me a little black book, and instead of putting phone numbers in the book, I went to my grandparents. And I started asking about who they were, and I started building me a family tree in my 20s. This type of stuff I was interested in. I'm not necessarily interested in the phone numbers. I'm interested in the family line. And I've been doing this since my 20s, right? So I just opened up what I'm doing now to everybody else. Because I understand the importance of your personal ancestors and being able to call on them and how they see, because one piece that they can't strategize about in these places is those random anomaly events. You understand those, and a lot of that shit I attribute to my ancestors. You know what I'm saying? I see myself make it through a whole bunch of crazy shit like I wasn't supposed to make it through. But hey, I'm sitting right here doing a show right now, talking to a sister over in Africa right now. We international. People need to know.
Mm-hmm. We are. And that's the thing. And you see now, they see we global, and others are listening to us. They tuning in and listening and reading what we write.
Shouts out to Sharika Bradley. I see you out there. Christine CeeLo is at Violet Fire Yoga. We got Violet Fire Yoga going on as well.
Oh, that's Sister Roni?
Yeah, that's Sister Roni. We got more comments. Let's see if our white friends have commented anything else. I'm loving it.
Yeah, that shit was comical. I was like, oh shit, they brought jokes and everything. Hell yeah, I actually kind of needed that. That shit was funny.
Exactly. See, Quasi, I'm telling you, dog, you need to get your show ready. I know you're working on it slowly but surely. Listen, because once it really gets into them, see, because unfortunately we don't think that we doing that until white people recognize it in a good way or a bad way. Ooh, you doing good. White folk like it. Or, ooh, you need to stop that. White folk don't like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're right. You're so right. And we look to them they're like a mirror. We look to see what do they think about what we're doing. And then feel good about it or we feel bad about it. I've gotten to myself that I'm just black. I do what I do. You see it, what you don't see it, I'm going to do it.
See?
And so I've gotten to that point. I don't look to see what they think. I just don't.
But a lot of our viewers do. So, you know what I'm saying? So when they see the timeline,
I'm going to say most of us do. And, they rig the system for that. On all these jobs, they have these appraisal systems and all this stuff. So they put that into the structure. So if you don't do it, it's like you have a problem. But my thing is, let the structure be there. Just do you.
Do you. Do
it to the best of your ability. And that's it. And you get what you get.
Hey, Quasi.
Yeah.
I need a young dude that understand bots and understand some of this language for some of these programs that I'm using.
I got somebody in mind. I met a new
let's talk later. Let's talk later. You know what I'm saying? Because we got Mr. White Man listening. I don't want to give him too much information. I know y'all getting hot. I know y'all getting hot. I know you get. I know how it feels to be. I don't. To be a thug.
But this is serious, Hatim. You gotta take this serious. Remember, they sent the police to Tariq Nasheed's house.
Oh, that's cool.
Talking about in his house.
Listen,
like
sister. I was raised for this.
Can get serious.
Listen, it's been serious for me. Sister, I have been prepared for this my whole life. And just let me say this.
Okay.
To my dear white listeners that want to be funny, that's not allies, I understand how it feels to be a Thor without a hammer. You Nordic failure. I understand. I feel you. You know, to be a Spartan without a shield, it got to be horrible. You know what I'm saying? I understand your anger, but you're directing it in the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? Because to make America great again, America got to stand up and be a man or a woman or whatever it is and take responsibility for the fuck-ups that you and your ancestors have allowed to and been trying to bury. I understand. Grab your gun. Be mad. But direct it in the right direction.
Yo, did you see my definition for MAGA?
No, what is it? What is it?
Mediocre Americans getting attention.
Yes.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Y'all better leave us, rabbis alone.
America is not great. It never has been great. Sorry.
Hey, man, don't talk about my country.
It never has been great. It's always been very average. Like, what about America is great? The healthcare system? No. The school system? Exploited. The police? Obviously. You know, I mean, we got some dope-ass fire.
America is violent. America is greatly violent.
Right.
I mean, we've reduced the meaning of the word great. If we're going to call this as great, this is the best humans can come up with. Nah, we way more capable than this.
That's the great thing.
And that's what and that's the message.
People greatly violent. That's the great disparities between the rich and the poor. Great extreme prejudice, discrimination. That's the greatness.
And y'all, and listen, my angry, shieldless Spartans, that if you was born in true Sparta like you want, they would threw your weak ass up off the mountain. I'm just saying. Y'all need to really understand the wealth disparity just don't affect my black ass, but it affects you too.
And you know what? You know, the suicide rate for white men is skyrocketing.
And it's not because black people coming in power, because we don't. We're not.
No.
It's because they're all of a sudden discovering that they can't pay their bills. They all of a sudden discovering that they have to go into debt, and they looking at other white men in suits that don't give a shit about them. But I'm sorry. Go ahead, sister. I'm sorry.
And also the people who are not black who've taken over their role. I mean, you cannot not see what Asians are doing here. They are a very small minority, but they have moved into positions that white people had held. Some of those in corporate America, some of those high-paying jobs, those are white jobs, not an Asian job. And the white man ain't getting it back.
Don't tell them that.
And greatness is always forged in fire. Greatness is never handed out. Greatness is always means that you have worked harder than everybody else. But if you don't have to work for anything, then how can you be great? And that's the white narrative. Everything was handed out. So there's not even really any claim, or there's not even a road to claim greatness by the average white American, because it just is the things that it requires to reach that promise.
Y'all gotta stop talking about my country.
In the recipe of whiteness.
Stop talking about my country. Stop it. I can't stand it. Y'all can't talk about America like that. We gonna make America great again. I don't know exactly where that was, but we gonna do it. And understand, if you have to go back to be great, there's something wrong, you goddamn idiots. You don't go back.
We're not going back.
You don't go back to greatness. You supposed to move forward to greatness. You never move. Greatness has never been backwards. I don't see why people can't get that. Name one place, one time where greatness was backwards. When Alexander the Great or Alexander the Macedonian was moving, he never moved backwards. You can't move into greatness moving backwards. You don't move backwards. Where? Please explain. Even in y'all small part, because y'all only got a small part of history. In that small part of history. Please explain to me, West Asian, and I'm quite sure you're going to get mad at that too. Please explain to me, Mr. West Asian, that's mad at Brother Hatim. Please explain to me where in your history was going back being great. But yet we got a president in the house called White telling y'all that in order for y'all to be great, you got to go back to be great again. When greatness is always, as he said, forged in fire, moving forward. Oh, man. That's how I know a lot of y'all are not even, y'all weren't even Spartans. Y'all were the people that the Spartans just basically kept under pen, you know what I'm saying? Which actually fits the system that we have right now. Go and study the Spartans, because it was only 10% of them were Spartans. The other 85% were below the Spartans and worked for the Spartans. And the majority of y'all are those.
That's the funny thing. Is like, to talk about the true history, when you talk about true history of the evolution of the West Asian culture, they automatically get offended. You see what I'm saying? It's like you're being racist. Like, no, I'm talking about history. You know what I mean? Like, the fact of the matter is America was built off of a peasant class. The average American West Asian is descendant of a peasant class.
That's true.
You know what I mean? This whole thing was built from the peasant. Even if you want to consider the what was going on in Europe, if the ruling class over there, this is built by people who ran from that. I'm in Kroger. Sorry, it's loud. So I keep going on mute.
That's cool.
No, you're right. You're right. They ran from it. That is true.
So, family, it's time for us that understand. It's time for us to embrace ADOS, hashtag ADOS, American Descendants of Slaves, so that nobody else could jump in there and try, you know what I'm saying? And if you somewhere else, it's not that we are against you getting your due from those colonizing West Asians. That's your business. And we can ally. But the whole piece is we got to be very clear on who's getting what here in the only country that most of us know. And if we was to try to go back, we couldn't even go back.
You know, I'm going to challenge you with the allies thing. I personally don't believe that we have any allies. And I think that we need to wrap our brain around that, because we've been doing this for over 500 years, this same dance. If we really had allies, we wouldn't be doing it for that long. So I really don't think we have allies at all.
We don't. And I'm going to put it like this. I'm okay with us not having allies, because we're not being allies to ourselves.
There you go.
As true allies, we have to do something first. Like, it would be dumb as hell. Like, I'm not about to see somebody getting beat up by 10 people that I never met and go help them, especially if they just laying there. But if it's a dude that's getting jumped by 10 people and he's banging, he going in.
Right.
And he look like me, and I could think of one other thing kind of that we got in common. I'm like, you know what? I could be the one to turn the tide. Fuck it, I'm jumping in.
Right.
But if he getting his ass whooped and he just laid down, that nigga he didn't need to be here. His gene pool needs to die with him.
So now the question is, because I'm gonna challenge on that. Are y'all saying that we have no allies, or are you saying that possibly we have not made the stand to identify our allies? Because historically, we have had people that looked at this shit and be like, the shit that's happening to y'all is wrong, and I'm going to do something about it. You know, we had some of those now, and there's a possibility that some of those are out there. The reason I say allies is because, first off, once again, I believe in initiation. I don't believe in a motherfucker just telling me they down with GMA. I believe there's a process that you have to go through. So I leave the idea of ally open enough so that if there is, because Sister Kim, you got a valid point. We've been here for 5 years. Why haven't it changed? Right? But Kwesi also said one of the things that sparks somebody to jump into ally is to see you fighting regardless of whether you're going to get your ass whooped or not. You boom. Hold
But
on.
I think we've been fighting.
No, listen.
I think we've been fighting.
Listen, over. I honestly.
I don't think we have any allies. What we have are people who have expressions of humanity at points in time. So you have an expression of humanity. You see something that's wrong. Let's say if you're in a poor country and you see a kid that's hungry and you give the kid food and maybe even go home with the kid and say, oh, can I buy you school supplies or whatever, and this not right. You're not an ally. You're just an expression of humanity. But you're not an ally. We have people who show
Hey, check this out. We need to pat ourselves on the back because we got another hater on YouTube. He said, hey, you're a bum. And he called himself the GOAT. This means the greatest of all time. Let me be very clear with you, GOAT. We got the GOAT. He's look. And I'm so glad you joined us, GOAT. Please understand, I understand that you're mad, but you might need to look at some of your white brothers and see how they've been treating you rather than coming over into my platform and starting to throw stuff out. I hear you. I hear your anger, but you're misdirecting it. You were never great. Your history sucks. And you one of the weakest motherfuckers on this planet. As a matter of fact, I know you're not handling business. You know why? Because you got time to sit down and throw stupid shit out like you doing. Please understand that you are being ignored, and more than likely you will be blocked. So thank you for joining us and let me know that you're not my ally. You just high. You're Jewish and you got the nerve? Oh my God, you don't even understand. I'm so glad you're Jewish. You know what I'm saying? I'm so glad. I'm just talking to him, y'all. Y'all wanna join in and hug on this motherfucker who needs some love that's filling up my timeline with all types of insults that I'm not even taking the time to read. I just see that you call yourself the GOAT.
Oh, good.
You know what I'm saying? And you ain't never been great. Matter of fact, you so less than great. You know, do you think Elon Musk is watching my shit? Do you think the founder of Microsoft is watching my shit? No, your bum ass is. Oh, poor white man. And you say you're not white, but you Jewish, so you obviously don't understand history. Don't y'all feel sorry for him? Here, let's clap it up for him on Giammi Journey and get back to our conversation. I feel that it's my responsibility to give therapy to some of these lost souls out here. You don't clap it up for your sad ass.
I think he's lying. He's not Jewish. He's lying.
It don't even matter. It don't even matter. Because they the same. Y'all, you see, because historically, y'all fucking with somebody that got enough history to understand that you playing the game. You playing the game. White supremacy always try to play both sides of the thing. I'm gonna play the victimizer and I'm gonna play the victim. So it's all the same shit to me. Y'all can't get me with that shit. I'm not gonna feel guilty about the shit. You need to stop taking titles like the GOAT. Take titles like wanna be the GOAT. Or I want to be, or want to be great again. What's the initials for that? Want to be great again. You just a Thor without a hammer. You are Alexander without an army. You a Napoleon that's too tall. You a Spartan without a shield. You poor bastard. I really understand why you mad. But I don't understand how you so dumb that you misdirect your anger. So let's back to our conversation. I'm sorry.
Oh boy, what were we talking about? We were talking about allies.
Right. Exactly. And just going back to your point.
I wanted to say something about that. I wanted to respond to what you were saying, Sister Karen, real quick. I think what you're noticing when you talk about those allies that just pop up when it's convenient, I think that's a part of the whole poverty pimping thing, because there's jobs for that type of shit. That's what those people are doing. They're getting paid. They're not really about this life. No,
they're not allies. I don't think, honestly, African-American descendants of slaves, we have no allies. I'm sorry, guys. We don't have any. And we never have. That's my opinion.
How about John Brown?
And we made it this far without it.
I'm just saying, how about John Brown? How about individuals like John Brown? It might not have been a lot, but how about people like John Brown?
That was just an expression of his humanity, but he wasn't no ally.
I don't know, because it wasn't an expression of his humanity, because he got his sons to go with him as well. So it was he expanded his humanity into his whole gene pool. He was willing to put his gene pool on the line. Not saying that but what I'm saying is there are those individuals that will sometime, and unlike Quasi's thing, be like, look, y'all need to stop fucking with him. There's too many of y'all. Y'all need to go about your business, and they will take their ass whooping with you. Then you got those that look at you and be like, damn, you ain't fighting, so why should I even come out there and fight with you? And you got those that'll keep on walking. All I'm saying is, once we start raising this reparations banner, we get to start seeing who are our allies and who are our enemies. Just like right now.
Okay, I'm not going to keep belaboring my point. It's my opinion, and I think that we should just
move forward.
We in this alone.
All right.
I'm with you. I tend to agree with you.
I'll go with that. We're alone.
I lean toward what Sister Kim is saying. The only thing I would say is there is no all or none. There's no all or none, and like there's always some. You're gonna get a few people that's born, but to lean mostly towards what Sister Kim is saying, that even if there are a few, there's not enough to depend on.
Yes, I am.
And don't trust. You know, that's part of our problem. In that when we do get things going, we trust these so-called allies, and they get it, they infiltrate.
Right.
We ain't got no allies.
All right, hey, I'm okay. Then, I have to always work from the standpoint of what's gonna bring us success. So, but up until I have to work like you said. It's just us. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, I'm under attack. And I'm loving this shit. It's crazy. I'm liking it. This motherfucker called me nigger about 7 times. I'm loving it. You got to understand. They don't understand. Thank you. Because my timeline has been... If it wasn't for this white boy calling me a nigger on YouTube, I wouldn't have any responses to any of my videos on YouTube. So, white boy, thank you for the 20 responses that's going to get me a better algorithm. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Thank you for putting me out there. I've been waiting for you. Where the fuck you been? Quasi, you need to get your show ready, because we about to pop this motherfucker off, man. I'm about to ride these white boys. I'm going to ride these motherfuckers like a surfboard. Oh my God. Oh my God. I got a question. How is it that throughout all this time, white people have, especially those with wealth, have become dumber? Right? Do you not understand that when you erode the middle class is what protects you from the poor, whether it's poor black or poor white? Those of you that's commenting on my line and calling me all this shit, why don't you call some of your friends and find out why their parents is just eliminating your whole family's lifestyle? And I understand, it's fucked up. You right, Kim, we don't have no allies. These motherfuckers is proving it to me. You right. You right.
Yep. That's all.
But family, I gotta go, because I was supposed to be. I gotta go to a church to support one of our elders, you know, and I gotta pull up the address. I'm gonna thank everybody for joining us, and
thank you.
And I want to make sure that everybody understand that here at Gianni Journey, we believe that this is the congregation of the mighty, and we believe that your hustle builds muscle. This is a Heart of a Simba production, and this has been a Daily Toast. We strive to blow up your old paradigms, even if you fucked up in the head. Peace. All right, Spreaker. I've been getting inundated with a lot of racist fallback blowout, I guess. And I want to thank some of those people. I just want y'all to know I really appreciate y'all. So those of you on Spreaker that are listening, if you know some racist people that want to go on up here and call me some of the names that they calling me online so that other people can see it, if you would, you can go and let them know. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all doing nothing but helping me. I appreciate it. Peace out. Oh, YouTube, you as well. Thank you. Peace.